Hi, welcome back. Deciding whether to stay in a marriage or to separate is one of the toughest decisions a parent can make. If you're considering divorce, it's essential to ask yourself key questions that help you fully explore your relationship and your role in it. These questions encourage deep reflection, prompting you to examine not only your partner's actions, but also your own contributions and expectations. Divorce is a life-changing decision, especially when children are involved, and the goal here is to approach it with clarity and honesty. In this video, we'll explore 10 important questions to help you gain insight into your situation. They're not meant to force a specific outcome, but rather to guide you through a thoughtful, introspective process. Let's dive in. Have I done everything I can to communicate openly with my partner? Open communication is the foundation of any healthy relationship, yet it's often one of the most challenging aspects to maintain. If you're struggling in your marriage, ask yourself if you've truly communicated your feelings, needs, and concerns to your partner. This goes beyond simply expressing frustration or anger. It involves being vulnerable and honest. Have you shared what's hurting you on a deeper level, what you need from the relationship, and what's making you feel disconnected? If communication has been challenging, have you considered seeking outside help, such as couples counseling or therapy? Sometimes, a neutral third party can help both partners articulate their feelings and concerns in a way that leads to mutual understanding. Therapists can provide tools to help you both communicate more effectively, express yourselves constructively, and work through misunderstandings. Before making any major decisions, think about whether professional support could help improve your ability to communicate. Giving this a genuine effort might reveal aspects of the relationship that can still be nurtured and strengthened. Am I willing to put in the effort to rebuild trust? Trust is one of the most difficult things to rebuild once it's broken, and it requires commitment from both partners. If there has been betrayal, dishonesty, or even a slow erosion of trust over time, rebuilding it will demand significant emotional energy, patience, and a lot of vulnerability. Ask yourself if you're willing to put in the time and effort to rebuild trust with your partner. This includes being honest about your own fears, concerns, and desires for the relationship moving forward. Reflect on whether both you and your partner are willing to commit to transparency. Trust doesn't just reappear. It's built day by day through consistent actions and honest communication. If your partner has made mistakes, are they showing a genuine commitment to change? And are they taking responsibility for their actions? Similarly, are you able to forgive and move forward? Or do you find yourself holding on to past grievances? Have we both tried to resolve the issues that led to the conflict? All relationships face challenges, but some conflicts run deeper than others. Reflect on whether both you and your partner have made a genuine effort to address the issues causing tension. Have you both taken the time to identify what the real issues are, and have you worked together to find solutions? Often, problems that seem personal are rooted in external stressors, like financial strain, work pressures, or unfulfilled emotional needs. Consider if there are specific patterns of behavior that keep leading to conflict. Are there habits or attitudes, yours or your partner's, that might be triggering or exacerbating issues? Perhaps certain situations bring out negative responses, or perhaps one of you feels unsupported in a particular area. Take a moment to reflect on whether you've both tried to identify and address these patterns, or if they've simply become an accepted part of your dynamic. Am I ready to take responsibility for my role in the problems? Relationships are rarely one-sided, and both partners contribute to the dynamics in different ways. Ask yourself if you're willing to take responsibility for your part in the issues within the relationship. This isn't about self-blame or taking on all the guilt. It's about recognizing the role your actions, words, or attitudes may have played. Have you been fair and supportive, or have certain behaviors added to the tension. Self-reflection is a challenging but necessary part of any relationship journey. Consider whether you may have, intentionally or not, contributed to misunderstandings or conflicts. This could include things like being overly critical, withdrawing emotionally, or reacting defensively during arguments. Accepting these aspects of your own behavior doesn't mean condoning everything that's happened. It simply acknowledges that each person has a role in shaping the relationship. Have I exhausted all options for seeking help or support? Before making a life-altering decision like divorce, it's essential to explore all available resources that could help improve your relationship. Reflect on whether you've sought out professional support, such as couples counseling or individual therapy, to better understand the challenges you're facing. Therapy can provide tools to manage conflict, improve communication, and address underlying issues that may be causing strain. Have you and your partner both been open to seeking help? Sometimes, therapy or counseling can bring to light perspectives or solutions you may not have considered on your own. Additionally, there are support groups and online communities that can offer guidance and understanding. Connecting with others who have faced similar challenges may provide you with fresh insights or coping mechanisms. If you haven't yet reached out for professional or peer support, consider whether this step could lead to a renewed sense of connection and understanding. Have I given my partner enough space to change? Change takes time and often requires space. Reflect on whether you've allowed your partner the room they need to work on their own personal growth or address issues that may be impacting the relationship. Have you given them the freedom to evolve without constant reminders of past mistakes or pressures to meet immediate expectations? It's natural to feel impatient when waiting for change, especially if you've been struggling for a long time. But personal growth isn't something that can be forced or rushed. Consider if you've been too focused on your needs or complaints, and whether this may have limited your partner's ability to work on themselves. Giving someone space to change doesn't mean ignoring your own needs. It simply acknowledges that real transformation takes time. Have we explored the impact on our children and family life? If you have children, it's crucial to consider how separation could affect them emotionally, mentally, and even physically. Divorce can be challenging for children, and it's important to be realistic about how the change in family dynamics might impact their lives. Are you prepared to address the questions, concerns, and emotions that your children may experience if you choose to separate? It's also essential to think about your ability to co-parent effectively if you decide to separate. Have you discussed with your partner how to approach parenting responsibilities in a way that prioritizes your children's well-being? While children can be resilient, they still require stability, love, and support from both parents. If you can maintain open lines of communication with your partner about parenting, this could help ease the transition. Have we attempted to rediscover our connection? Relationships evolve over time, and it's common for the initial spark or emotional connection to fade. Ask yourself if you and your partner have made a conscious effort to rekindle what brought you together in the first place. Have you both tried to step outside your usual routines to create moments of closeness and intimacy? Sometimes simple changes, like setting aside time for regular date nights, trying new activities together, or even just having deeper, uninterrupted conversations, can help reignite the bond you once shared. Reflecting on the positive memories and experiences you've had together may remind you both of the value and potential in the relationship. Have I been honest with myself about my needs and desires? It's easy to focus on the relationship as a whole without stopping to consider your own personal needs and desires. Reflect on whether you've been completely honest with yourself about what you're truly looking for in a partnership. Are your needs for emotional connection, support, and affection being met? Have you expressed these needs to your partner in a constructive and open manner? This question is about getting in touch with your own values and expectations. Sometimes we stay in relationships because we're afraid of the unknown or because we feel it's the right thing to do. But if your needs and desires are not aligned with what the relationship can provide, it's worth considering whether you're staying for the right reasons. Honesty with yourself can lead to clarity, helping you understand if there's a path forward that's fulfilling for both you and your family. Am I willing to stay committed to making the relationship work? Finally, ask yourself if you're genuinely willing to make the relationship work, even if it means personal sacrifice, patience, and hard work. Commitment is the foundation of any successful relationship, and if you and your partner are both willing to put in the effort, there is hope for healing and growth. Are you ready to take proactive steps to rebuild, strengthen, and renew your connection? Commitment involves a willingness to continue working through issues, even when the journey becomes challenging. It's about both partners deciding to give their best efforts, to forgive, to grow, and to rebuild trust and connection. If you're both ready to make this commitment, it may be the key to revitalizing your relationship. But if one or both of you feel unable to do so, it might indicate that moving on is the healthiest option for everyone involved. Thank you for taking the time to reflect on these questions with us. Making decisions about your relationship can be overwhelming, but remember, you don't have to go through it alone. Seeking clarity and understanding is a process, and it's okay to take your time to fully assess your options. Whether you choose to work things out or move forward separately, making a decision with honesty and compassion will ultimately be best for everyone involved. If you're dealing with similar struggles, feel free to share your thoughts in the comments below. We're here to support each other, and by sharing our experiences, we can help one another find strength and perspective. Don't forget to subscribe for more content like this, and remember, no matter what, you're not alone.